Interleague has been good to the Athletics. Since 2012, the Green and Gold have racked up 18 wins versus the National League and recently have been almost unbeatable at the Coliseum. Last night was no different as the A's pounced early on the Cardinals, taking game one of the series. Today, young Jared Parker looks to ride his hot streak as he faces the Cardinals ace, Adam Wainwright. The big right-hander is one of the premier arms in the National League and already has 10 wins under his belt this season. Game two, A's Cardinals, next. It is a big Saturday afternoon of baseball at the SLN AT OAK Coliseum. Big day. Why? Well, it's Cocoa Crisp Bernie Lean bobblehead day at the ballpark. It's a sellout crowd. It's interleague baseball, and the A's are once again playing terrific baseball. It's the A's and the St. Louis Cardinals, two of the best teams in baseball. They're set to square off in game two of the series. You'll see it right here on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. A's are starting to play good baseball again. Looks like a winning streak is at the hand. They've won 3 in a row, all against National League teams. Seems like this is the way the A's have been. Really, you can go all the way back to when interleague started. They always play well against the NL.
It's been great. And we've talked about the preparation the A's have against the National League teams because they don't see them that much. But just look at all the great things they have done as for outscoring them. Of course, the pitchers are doing a great job. They're homering, their batting average, everything from the offensive standpoint is great. They're working the pitchers, as we saw last night with Shelby Miller throwing a lot of pitches, the A's taking a lot of pitches. And when those things happen, that means that the A's are patient. And what they're doing is showing the National League clubs, what the American League clubs and pitchers see all the time, is that they're very patient hitters. And whenever they work the count, more times than not, they're going to get their pitch to hit.
So it's Jared Parker and Adam Wainwright. That's your matchup today. Parker hasn't lost since May 22nd. And Wainwright, well, he's one of the best in the NL.
You know, Jared Parker, what we have to see from him, and he knows a changeup is very effective pitch for him. Fastball is great. He works off the fastball. But if he throws the changeup as well as he can with an aggressive hitting club like the Cardinals, he should do well. But the A's also facing Adam Wainwright, one of the best curveballs, a 12-6 curveball you're ever going to see from a pitcher. He likes that. His ERA is about 2.31, so you don't expect to see a lot of runs against him. So that's why Jared Parker needs to pitch well today as the opposing pitcher, knowing that his club might not score a lot of runs, but I think it's going to be another great pitching matchup.
So the A's look to continue their dominance of the National League. Again, they're 8-2 against the NL this year, and they have won 3 in a row, trying to make it 4 in a row this afternoon. Sellout crowd, an absolutely gorgeous day at the ballpark. It's the A's and the Cardinals coming up next.
Sportsnet California is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Now's your chance to go big at Jack in the Box. Try Jack's Big Stack Burger. 2 jumbo beef patties stacked with onion rings, cheese, and pickles.
Coliseum, a busy place this afternoon. Sellout crowd for Game 2 of the series, and it's a nice warm day at the ballpark. So A's and Cardinals, some more interleague baseball coming up from the Coliseum. A's winners last night by a final score of 6-1. They've won 3 in a row overall, trying to make it 4 in a row today behind their starting pitcher, number 11, Jared Parker. Here's the game time weather presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is now open daily. We got hot weather, folks. It's 86 degrees. That's right, 86 degrees here right around 1 o'clock local time.
And it's not going to get any cooler.
I think so.
It'll be warm all afternoon into the evening. But the Cardinals love it. You know, they have the humidity back in the Midwest, as we know. But they think this is marvelous weather because there's no humidity, at least today.
Let's look at the lineup for the St. Louis Cardinals this afternoon. Matt Carpenter is going to lead off at second. Yadier Molina will catch. Beltran will DH today and hit third. Craig in right, Holiday in left, Adams at first, Freeze at third, John Jay is the center fielder, and a local kid, Daniel Descalso, will be the shortstop.
Jared Parker on the mound is making his last start of the month of June. June's been good for him as he is 3-0 in the decisions that he has had this month of June. And remember, at the beginning of the season, it was 0-4, so he's gotten his record back to 6-6. First inning, as always, most critical for Jared Parker. Raul Banya's got him twice in Seattle in his last start. Got him in the first inning with a 2-run home run on a fastball. So Jared Parker, change up. We'll see how many throws in the first inning. And if he does, should be a good outing for him today.
Here's the A's defensively. Today, Cespedes in left, Crispin center, Reddick in right. And then Donaldson and Lowry on the left side of the diamond, Sogard and Moss on the right side. And Derek Norris is the catcher today. So we're set to go from the O.co Coliseum. A's with a 47-34 record. So they're right at the halfway point of the season. They played 81 games, and they trail the first place Texas Rangers by a half game in the AL West. In fact, both these teams having very fine seasons, but find themselves in second place.
Yeah.
The Cardinals are behind the red-hot Pittsburgh Pirates in the National League Central, just a game back. Cardinals are 48-31. So there's your records and where these two teams stand in the standings. And we're underway. First pitch to Matt Carpenter is a strike.
Started the same way last night with Bartolo Colon, then went 3-1 before he flied out to left field on a tailing fastball.
And a quick 0-2 to Carpenter.
Hitters like to watch what hitters in front of them are seeing at top of pitches. Back-to-back fastballs from Jared Parker, kind of down the middle. So Carpenter trying to see a few pitches for the rest of his teammates.
2 pitches, pop foul back.
It's a good changeup for the first one today.
Carpenter .319 with 6 homers, 30 RBIs. He had a couple of hits last night. The Cardinals had 7 as a team, all singles. Carpenter was 2 for 4. Couple shakes by Parker. Now he's ready. Strike 3 call. The fastball on the inside corner, and that's how this ball game starts. A looking strikeout, and Matt Carpenter. Aerial coverage today is brought to you by the Minions flying the Despicable Blimp and Universal's animated comedy Despicable Me 2. It's in theaters starting July 3rd. So beautiful blimp shots today.
Yeah. Well, going all out today, man. It's a special day.
It's always fun to have a blimp.
Yeah.
It's a different perspective, especially with a full house on hand today. Cocoa Crisp Bernie Lean bobblehead day, so that is a huge giveaway, and probably, Ray, the most popular giveaway so far this year, and it very well may be the most popular of the whole season.
Well, it's
swing and a miss, 0-2.
It's unique because most bobbleheads have the head bobble.
It's got the whole upper body.
Yeah,
bobble.
this is the first of an upper body. The Bernie Lean, I just, you know, Terry Kaiser was so magnificent when he came out last year. I thought maybe he would come back for this special day.
0-2 pitch to Molina is well into there.
Well, Molina last night 0 for 4 and a couple of double play ground outs that he hit into. So the veteran catcher back behind the plate today and hitting second.
Hitting .352 overall. And he gets jammed and just rolls that one foul. So there it is. So it is. So what would you call it? A bobble body.
Bobble-lean.
It's a good one. Inside, and the count is 2-2.
And it's a good one, and a lot of happy people in line very early this morning. Parking lot jam packed early.
Goodness. Well, when I pulled in, they were lined up, starting to bend around Oracle Arena.
Yeah.
So that's how far they were waiting. Coco signed autographs for a long time today, right next to the A's dugout.
He could be out here all day and all night. Probably
That's
still
true.
not sign all of them, but very gracious of him to come out early to sign for the people.
Grounded towards short. Lowry has it. And that is out number 2.
Now watching Yadier Molina run, and of course it's kind of been an ongoing thought process about the Molinas, and just don't run that fast. But if Yadier Molina wins a batting title, he's doing it on his own. It's not going to be a lot of infield hits.
Yeah.
And I think of the great Joe Torre, who won a batting championship. Joe couldn't run either. He was a catcher turned third baseman and won a batting championship. And guys can't run and get a lot of infield hits or bunt hits. They're legitimately getting a high average based on hits that they are driving the ball.
And I think too, with Molina catching 130 games, if he hits a ground ball to short, he's probably not. I don't want our young viewers to take this wrong, but he's probably not running 100% to first base.
Well, and the young viewers should realize he's catching 130 plus games, and he needs to save his body a little bit and not on a ground ball that's routine.
Beltran hits it hard, but right into the glove of Cespedes. Side retired. So Parker has a 3-up, 3-down inning in the top of the first. Now, for today, Crisp, Smith, Lowry, Cespedes, Moss, Donaldson, Reddick, Sogard, and Norris.
And Adam Wainwright, one of the best in the business, 10-5 record on the season. Look at the ERA of 2.31, 10 walks, 106 strikeouts. That's a tremendous strikeout to walk ratio. He took just 6 warm-up tosses. Normally get 8. He's just taking the mound, but great curveball that the A's, I'm sure, will see a lot of today.
but this man knows how to pitch.
Yeah.
And remember, he missed the 11th season, and they still won the World Series.
That's right. Yes, he's one of the best in all of baseball. Adam Wainwright.
So, Kuiper, look back to back-to-back starts that Jared Parker had against the White Sox. The Sunday here, Friday in Chicago. Chris Sale on the mound for the White Sox. The A's won both of those because Parker did a tremendous job. And the A's eventually, thanks to Josh Donaldson, got to Chris Sale. Sac fly here, grand slam in Chicago.
Bouncer right to first. So Matt Adams grabs it, and Coco's retired for the first out. Cardinals defense, and here it is. Holiday, Jay, Craig in the outfield. Alan Craig in right field. Freeze, Descalso, Carpenter, Adams, with Molina doing the catching. Cardinals with the fewest errors in the National League. They've made just 30 errors this year. A's have made 42 errors.
Well, the old theory about winning championships, you pitch and you catch the ball. And you have the pitching, you don't give extra outs, you're going to win a lot of games.
Smith, 279 with 6 homers, 32 runs batted in. Big 2-run single in the 5-run inning yesterday for the Athletics, or last night. Then obviously that was the inning that was the difference in the game. The A's went on to win it 6-1.
As we talked last night, prior to the A's putting up the crooked number, those are huge, and the A's have done that recently with an inning in which they've scored a lot of runs.
Hit hard, but right into the glove of Matt Adams, a line shot, and that's out number 2.
Now there's an example of Adam Wainwright does not give in. 2-0 count, yet threw a pitch at about 86, which would have been a cut fastball, good curveball, and a 4-seam fastball. So these hitters know that they have a chore today when they're facing a 10-game winner and not at the All-Star break yet. Cardinals a couple of games away from, actually tomorrow I think to be their 81st game.
So here's Lowry. And the Cardinals with the second best record in all of baseball, trailing only the Pirates. But right now struggling somehow. The Cardinals, they've lost 5 of their last 6. So again, Ray may be playing him at the right time.
That's right.
ERA 6th, innings 4th, strikeouts 4th, walks per 9 innings. No surprise that's first. How about the home runs, Ray? He's only allowed 4 home runs in 117 innings. So that's a terrific number as well.
And he is going to see Jake Westbrook tomorrow, and he's going to get a lot of ground ball out. So he probably is in that category of not giving up a lot of home runs as well.
Well, Wainwright started the season. He did not walk a batter in his first 34 2/3 innings. So that's a pretty good way to keep your walks down. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. So both pitchers have 3 up, 3 down innings. We're headed to the second, no score. At 7:30, the San Jose Earthquakes take on the defending MLS champions, the LA Galaxy, live from Stanford Stadium. And you're going to get complete Earthquakes coverage every night on Sportsnet Central and CSNCalifornia.com. The home of the Earthquakes is Comcast Sportsnet. No score, top of the second inning. Both teams go down in order in the first.
You know, this is the time of game with a pitcher's duel that you kind of expect two very good pitchers, and it's the old saying about who makes the first mistake. So that's why the defense is very important in a game like this, especially for good pitchers. And a sellout crowd, the A's want to play well, especially in front of the crowd and for themselves. It's something Bob Melvin always talks about. You get a big crowd, you want the guys to play well, and they have been doing that.
0-1 to Craig. 62 RBIs for Alan Craig. Second best in the National League. Who's got more, you say? Paul Goldschmidt from the Arizona Diamondbacks. 67 for Goldschmidt.
Cabrera have 100 yet?
Not yet. It was closing in on it. He's got 81.
He's having a great season, and it's not even a halfway point. I mean, a couple of guys would be happy to have 81 RBIs at the end of the season.
How many runs did you drive in? 81? That's not bad.
First 80 games.
Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, and that is strikeout number 2.
Excellent changeup. He started in the first inning. A good changeup to Molina that he fouled off and to pull the string in this one. And there's what you get with a good changeup. The count on the front foot. This is a great shot of a hitter fooled on a changeup. Craig gets out, front foot gets down, and look at the swing. He is already swinging for a fastball on his changeup under his bat in the ground, handled nicely by Derek Norris, and the tag out.
Expo brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. So here's Matt Holliday. Line drive. One hop by Donaldson, throws in time. So a nice play by Donaldson at third. So 2 outs here in the second inning. There's the breakdown for Parker, and it indeed was a turnaround. 1-5 with a 7.34 ERA after 7 starts. And there was some concern about Jared Parker, right? He just did not look right. As you mentioned, he was 0-4 after his first 5 starts.
But the one thing that's really helped him is his confidence in his ability to pitch. And I think to remember last year, he didn't make the team out of spring training, came up and won 13. So he knows how to pitch, knows he can have success. And when he struggled early, he still believed that he was going to turn around. And when you start 0-4 and you're 1-5, that is a turnaround to get back to 500, which he's done.
The bat ends up in the first row right behind the Cardinals dugout.
That's usually the Cardinals club box down there. That's dangerous. You want an extension? Yeah, they're the Cardinal fans, and some fan stuck his hand or arm out. That was an A's fan that wanted the bat sitting in the front row. It stuck the hand out and deflected it. Well, you talk about having to pay attention when you're sitting without a screen in front of you for foul balls, but how about flying bats? And when you see a flying bat at the Coliseum that reaches the seats, that's a long way with the foul territory.
Yep. So 1-1 the count to big Matt Adams. And Adams swings at a changeup.
Well, there's the flying bat, and there was some boos, and there was an A's fan that hit it, but it looked like maybe a Cardinals fan gave the bat back, which you want to make sure that their hitter gets his own bat back. Most hitters could care less.
Yeah.
Keep it. Hope it didn't hurt anybody. I'll get a new one. They have plenty.
So 1-2 to Adams. Had the first hit of the game last night, and it was a bloop single to center field. And he swings and misses. So 6 up, 6 down with 3 strikeouts for Jared Parker in the early going. Cespedes to lead it off when we come back.
The MLB Network drawstring backpack presented by MLB Network when the A's play the Red Sox. For more information and tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/tickets. It's actually All-Star break, and or no, right before the break, right? Yeah, right before the
break is it's a little later this year, middle of July.
Well, that 14th is a less than memorable day for me.
Why?
Years ago. Well, that's the All-Star game in '70. It was on the 14th. So but it was played late then. But seasons also started later.
Well, if the American League relievers could have did a better job of holding the lead late, we wouldn't have to talk about it.
Well, but they can say I called the pitches that allowed them to actually come back.
So you get blamed for that too. Right? That's right. The All-Star game is the 16th of July. Citi Field in New York. We've been there. Here's your umpires. Jeff Nelson is calling balls and strikes. Curveball, just cute foul. That's that Wainwright curveball. I think he's got a couple different ones.
But he threw one in the first inning that was high and not a very good curveball, but he snapped a beauty there. That's a good curveball. You don't see a lot of 12-6 curveballs, and when you do, they're tough to hit. Unless you get one that hangs right in your eyes and you jump all over.
And a fastball, 92 miles an hour, well placed, and Cespedes swings and misses. Here's our true story brought to you by McDonald's. 2006 World Series Game 5. Adam Wainwright strikes out Brandon Inge of the Tigers. It was the last out of the series. And the Cardinals won it in 2006. And Wainwright finished the year as the closer. Remember, Jason Isringhausen got injured in September, and Wainwright, who was pitching out of the bullpen that year, and he got the final out of the 2006 World Series.
And you saw Tony La Russa, the manager of the Cardinals in that World Series, tipping his cap. That was to his good friend Jim Leland in the Tigers dugout. And two guys that respected each other an awful lot.
And right through the wickets of Matt Adams, and Moss is going to be aboard. So that's the first base runner for either team, and it should be an error, and it is E3.
Well, it's too easy to play. And right through the legs, and maybe like Adams' feet got a little tangled up a little bit as he went after the ball. And when he moved to his right, he didn't set himself. And as a result, as he was moving, the ball went through his legs and to the right of his first baseman's mitt. Brandon Moss said, "That's okay, big guy, because I play over there too, and I know what that feels like." Yeah. Moss likes to talk to everybody.
Especially if the guy just made an error.
It makes him feel good, you know. Adams is a big guy, so I mean he can literally say big guy. It's a nice pick by Yadier Molina, just a nice easy pick with the backhand. With the curveball that Wainwright throws so effectively, that's why it's so important to have a catcher that you have confidence in that he can block them, because a curveball is at times a tough pitch to block if it hits the dirt. Tough spin.
Donaldson swings and misses. 1-1 count. Remember the 2006 Cardinals, right? They won the division with an 83-78 record. And then they had a thrilling National League Championship Series with the Mets that went 7 games. Up the middle. Grabbed by Carpenter, and he throws to first, and that's a double play. So that's how the bottom of the second ends. So Wainwright gets the 4-3 double play, and the A's do not score.
Hey fans, you're going to watch the A's.
Creek Casino Resort, Red, White, and U Jeep giveaway. Visit cashcreek.com for details. Beautiful look at downtown Oakland on a hot day in the Bay Area. No score, top of the third between the A's and the Cardinals. A's are 8-2 in interleague play this year. Cardinals are 4-6. Parker's first pitch is a strike to David Freese. Freese, Jay, and Descalso, bottom three for the Cardinals. Parker has gone 6 up, 6 down with 3 strikeouts in the first 2 innings. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
We were talking about the interleague success for the Athletics, but if you think about it, if you're a pitcher and you're facing guys for the first time, in the case of Parker and the Reds seeing him for the first time, you can see video as much as you want, but I think it's advantage for the pitcher at least one time through the batting order, and if he can change his pitching and the pitch selection, it could be dominant for him. Case of last night, Bartolo Colon, great example. He changed just enough as the game progressed to go 8 solid innings.
One-two pitch is just a bit low. So 2-2 the count. Five homers, 27 RBIs for Freese, and he hits that one hard but foul. .282 the average for the Cardinals' third baseman. Another foul ball right side. David Freese is not an original St. Louis Cardinal. He was acquired from the San Diego Padres in exchange for Jim Edmonds. That was way back in 2007. That's one of those trades where a veteran guy for some kid down in the minor leagues that you've never heard of, and it turns out that Freese is a very, very good player.
Pretty good opposite field hitter.
Yeah.
As it showed last night with a single to right field.
Really, his first full year in the big leagues was last year. He had 293 with 20 home runs. He'll be remembered in 2011 when the Cardinals won it all for this hit.
If you're a Rangers fan, close your eyes and close your ears.
Wow. Unbelievable.
That was unbelievable. Not only to tie it, but he won it.
Next half inning, Hamilton hits a home run. Rangers take the lead. Bottom half of that inning, Berkman gets a big hit to tie it. And then you're right, Freese won that game with a home run.
Walk off straightaway center.
No wonder he was the MVP of the 2011 World Series.
And I would think he could walk around St. Louis and they say, you want anything? You want a dinner? You want anything you want? Just pick it out. We'll get it for you.
This is the game winner in Game 6. I remember watching that game thinking, I'm never going to see a game like this again.
Exactly.
And you know, Ray, a lot of people talk about Game 6 of the 1975 World Series.
Yeah.
Just from sheer, I don't want to say excitement because you may be a Rangers fan, but talking lead changes late, that game was probably better than the 75 game.
And you know, I can go back to '86, the Angels and the Red Sox, and down in Anaheim, a twist and turning game. Dave Henderson, of course, hitting the home run, the big one off of Donnie Moore.
Lowry charges, nice hop.
That's a big out. That's 12 pitches. I mean, look at all the things we talked about while Freese kept fouling off pitches.
We covered a couple different World Series.
But I think one of the great quotes and statements by Al Michaels, of course, legendary with the hockey game, you know. But I remember watching the '86 playoff game, and it was laid just back and forth. And towards the end, Al Michaels said, if you're just joining us, too bad, because you've missed a game. And just like you said in the '75 and then the 2011 World Series, I mean, for all those things to happen, for the Rangers to be within an out, strike at times of winning the World Series, the first World Championship. Tony La Russa had told the Cardinals players, because they thought they were going to lose Game 6. I mean, they were down. He said, let the Rangers celebrate, but because of what the fans have meant to us, we're going to stay on the bench. After the Rangers celebrate, then we're going to stay and thank the fans, the Cardinal fans, for their support all season. And as it turned out, they had to thank them after the parade in downtown St. Louis. But, I mean, that's how evident it looked. I mean, Chuck Morgan, PA announcer for the Rangers, was down in the clubhouse. They had the plastic up and the champagne on ice. I mean, they were ready
couple
to
times
celebrate.
probably.
They said, come on down for the big celebration.
Moss has it. Runs to the bag. John Jay is retired.
And in the great game of baseball, you can say all you want about one Yogi Berra. But his one statement, it ain't over until it's over. And how true that is in the game of baseball, because it's never over until that last out. No matter if it's an extra inning, the final out of the 9-inning game. But what the Rockies did, Matt Holliday, a part of that in 07. You know, the run that they had down the stretch. I mean, it's just, that makes the game so wonderful. The game that we did in Seattle a couple years ago. That was the 2011 season when the Red Sox and the Orioles and the Rays and the Yankees and even the Cardinals beating the Braves. Sure. I mean, just a phenomenal season. And of course, you never think and forget about the A's. We're talking about other teams, but what the A's did from June 30th to the end of the season last year and have continued this season. I wasn't going to forget about the A's, because that's something we'll never forget. And we're at a clubhouse on a Monday and Wednesday, post-game celebrations.
That's right, got it twice.
Great history of the game just keeps unfolding. It just never ends.
0-2 to Descalso. And he flips one into left center field, and that's the first hit of the game. And Daniel Descalso has a base hit with 2 outs.
Well, in 3 consecutive games starting Wednesday, 5th inning, blue pit to center, base hit. Last night, 5th inning, blue pit center field, base hit for the first of the game. And in the 3rd inning this afternoon, blue pit to center field. Jared Parker, ex-Mo, change up way out on the front foot with Descalso. Just enough. Find its way over the shortstop into center field.
Carpenter popped it up. The shortstop Lowry fighting that sun, still fighting it, and he caught it.
Wow. Holy moly. And I'm surprised Descalso wasn't at home plate as high as the ball was hit, and he stopped at 3rd.
So Jed Lowry fights it, and he hangs in there. That's a terrific play.
Wow.
Be sure to try a bottle of Aquafina at Stadium Concession Stand.
There's the sun that Jed Lowry was looking into. So here's Reddick, Sogard, and Norris against Adam Wainwright. Curve in for a strike. So Wainwright has that curve, which he can kind of flip in there for a strike. A harder curve, slider kind of pitch that strike you out with. This one's a little pop up. And coming in is Matt Holliday, and Holliday makes the catch. So Reddick is retired, and that is out number 1 here in the bottom of the 3rd.
What a play by Jed Lowry, and Descalso, the runner at first base speed. And well, when you see this happening and he ends up at third base with his speed, his should have been approaching home plate. But what a tremendous play by Jed Lowry, fighting the sun. And watch as he reaches to his right, the ball came out of the sun, and that's when he finally found it. And when you're trying to catch a ball and it's approaching your head, and that's when you find it, and then it all of a sudden reaches out and makes the play.
So here's Sogard.
That's what I need, is something a little bit. What you need are the flip down sunglasses.
Off of Wainwright, right toward Freeze, who throws in time to get Sogard. So that'll be a 1-5-3 for the second out.
Right. Freeze was playing in, anticipating a bunt. If he's not playing that close, he doesn't get to the ball as quickly, and maybe Sogard beats it out. But great defensive play by both. The starting pitcher Wainwright to deflect it over to Freeze.
So Norris steps in. So Norris getting a little break, maybe a little mental break as well. He's been struggling offensively. Hitting 188 with 3 home runs and 15 RBIs.
Derek came up last year and struggled a little bit at the plate. And then in the offseason really worked hard on his defensive skills as a catcher, which he has done a tremendous job behind the plate, but he knows he also wants to hit, needs to hit. And he will.
2-0 pitch is right there for a strike. A's have had 1 base runner, and it was Moss who reached on an error. Count is even now, 2-2. 2 more games left in the month of June, including this one. A's are 15-10 so far this month, so another good month. In the hole, a base hit. A little off the end of the bat, but Norris will take it. So first hit for the A's is a 2-out single by Norris.
Well, he said in the old baseball terminology, I want to barrel up some balls. Well, maybe he didn't barrel this one up. He got a curveball, a little bit of a hanger, and hit on top of it, stayed back. Got the leg kick, got the foot down, the bat stayed back and hit on top of a curveball and found the hole between third and short.
So here's Coco. Coco grounded out in the first inning. And that one is a bit outside. And there's your month breakdown.
7 consecutive months winning baseball. That's impressive.
Roll foul. Yeah, that's hard to do.
Give him a lot of credit, man, right there, number 6, and he gets them going, and they play. In case of Stephen Vogt, gets his first major league hit, first major league home run. And he sits today. Derek Norris, because John Jaso still bothered by the injury to his hand, where he slid into second, abrasion. Derek Norris gets a chance today, day game after night game. I think Stephen Vogt didn't want to go in to say to the skipper, hey, day game after night game.
I'm okay. I'm all right.
I've caught 3 games. No, he said, I think it's a little bit too early to go in and complain to the skipper about not playing. I said, yeah, you're right.
2-1 to Coco. Wainwright reaches out and grabs it. Underhands to first, side retired. A's get their first hit. Norris is stranded, and we're headed to the fourth at the Coliseum. No score. Last night, Bartolo Colon, it's our Ford Wright choice. He was sensational. 8th straight win. His 11th win overall. 8 innings, 1 run, 5 strikeouts, 101 pitches. And Bartolo Colon is now 11-2 on the year. His ERA is 2.79. That's 8th best in the American League. And what can you say?
Nice going.
He's been sensational. I mean, it's as good of a run as I've seen from an A's pitcher since I've been here.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. And that's it's amazing to see him a day after he pitches. I said, "How you doing?" He said, "I'm not happy today." I said, "How come?" He said, "I'm not pitching." He'd like to pitch every day to be happy, but he knows his body takes 3 or 4 days to get back to the point where he can continue to pitch as well as he has. But he's happy, definitely happy on the day he pitches.
Molina to lead it off, followed by Beltran and Craig. Popped up. Norris looking up into that sun, and now Moss hustles over there. Moss makes the catch. So that is out number 1 here in the top of the 4th inning. Here's today's Cold Hard Facts, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Oakland A's history: 11 wins before July 1st. Mulder did it in 2003. Welch did it in 1990. Stewart in 89. Vida Blue back in 75. So 11 wins by July 1st. So he got his 11th win in the A's 81st game. So that means he's going to be a 22-game winner.
You do the math.
22-game winner.
Yeah, they said the last time he started this well and won a Cy Young Award. And that was with the Angels. What, 05?
05.
So Bartolo, just, if you can't learn from him, and I think Stephen Bolt said it best, that, you know, he just went along, just the thrill of catching Bartolo Colon. He said the name alone is thrilling.
Cespedes toward the line, and he eases over, makes the catch, and that's out number 2.
Man has unbelievable speed in the outfield.
Now batting, number 21, Alan Craig.
Vogt said there was a sequence where he kept shook off a couple of pitches, and finally went to the slider. And he said, everybody in the park, the hitter, knew he was going to throw a slider. So what does he do? He throws it a lot slower and bounces it and gets a hitter to swing at. So even if you know what's coming, what type of a pitch is coming, and can you hit it? And evidently and obviously they could not last night and have not this season.
First pitch to Craig is way outside. Craig struck out swinging in the second inning, one of 3 strikeouts for Parker. And that one's hit high and deep to left field. Cespedes back. He's at the wall. It's off the top of the wall. But the concern right now is Jared Parker. He is down on the mound, and we are not sure. I did not see what happened after he released the pitch. But boy, he's holding his right leg.
Yeah. Nick Peperessa has his standing stretching on the hamstring, the area, which
looked like he reached for that just a little bit.
Well, let's see if we can see, what at least causes it. And he grabbed the right hamstring as he followed through. Well, we can only hope it's a cramp.
Hope it's a cramp. Yeah. Obviously, best case scenario.
And he might be saying, did it catch the ball? Fortunately, it stayed in the park. But when he grabbed the hamstring and then tried to push on it, and Nick was stretching the leg.
So Jesse Chavez will just kind of wait in the bullpen to see what happens here with Parker. So he seems to be okay. So maybe it was just a cramp.
Well, and this is where it's important. See the Cardinal fans, maybe A's fans in Cardinals jerseys, but everybody applauding the fact that Jared Parker is back. And this is where it's important to make these tosses, because you have to be able to push off, which is his push off foot and leg. He doesn't want to come out. The follow through it is watch him grab his right hamstring. And then he started squeezing it almost like it was a cramp that he couldn't get rid of.
So he's going to come out. So Parker 3 2/3 and limping just a little bit. So Jesse Chavez will get as much time as he needs to get loose, as he is just now trotting in from the bullpen. So Parker, who, it's too bad he had good stuff today.
Oh, yeah.
So certainly disappointed. He leaves with Craig at second base and 2 outs. So we'll be back. Jesse Chavez comes in to get his warm-up tosses in.
Take on the Cubs for the Patriotic Fireworks Show presented by
authority of the Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
No score. It's the top of the 4th inning. So Jesse Chavez comes in to face Matt Holliday. There's runner at second and 2 outs. So when we hear exactly what happened with Jared Parker, we will let you know.
Biggest out of the game right here. Jesse Chavez coming out of the bullpen, and to get loose, and everybody wants you to hurry. You have to make sure you take your time.
When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
Win on June 13th, the 18-inning game against the Yankees Thursday afternoon.
Well, the life of a long reliever, especially when you're the long reliever on a good pitching staff.
Yeah.
Jesse Chavez has not pitched since last Saturday in Seattle.
A good curveball after first pitch fastball pulled the string, and a beauty. So he's throwing him a good fastball up and in, or inside corner, and then a curveball.
Well, the count remains 0-2 to Matt Holliday.
Remember also Derek Norris caught Jesse Chavez in that 18-inning game. Yeah, remember how many curveballs, how many great curveballs he threw. Get the powerful Yankees out, and he's already called one. If he calls another one, maybe just try to bounce it outside.
And Holliday spoils what was a pretty good pitch by Jesse Chavez. Holliday with 11 homers, 40 RBIs. He's got 12 doubles. Grounded toward Donaldson, who scoops it up. And so Jesse Chavez strands Craig at second base, and we're headed to the bottom of the 4th. No score.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engine.
Despicable and Universal's animated comedy Despicable Me 2 in theaters July 3rd.
That's good, partner. Can you?
I'm a fan.
What was that saying again?
Despicable.
No, the other part.
Despicable.
That's pretty good.
Being flown by the minions inside. Smith, Lowry, and Cespedes against Wainwright. A's trying to get something going against the big right-hander. Remember the trade Adam Wainwright was originally a first-round draft pick of the Atlanta Braves, and he was one of their big prospects. But the Braves wanted J.D. Drew, so that was the trade. The Cardinals sent J.D. Drew to the Braves for minor league pitcher at that time, and it was Adam Wainwright. Another one of those good veteran players traded for, at the time, big-time prospect, and turned out pretty good for the Cardinals.
And I don't know of a general manager who has the opportunity to trade a prospect, someone who might be good, for a proven veteran player to help you win. They're going to do it.
Yeah. Underhand flip, and Smith is retiring.
And you really have to. You have to make those choices, and you never know if there's going to be an Adam Wainwright that's going to blossom.
Great.
This is
Lowry.
active leaders. Whereas Rivera with a 220. Like Kershaw, he's sitting on about a 200-plus contract. Felix Hernandez in there with Wainwright. That's impressive when you have a career of that type of an ERA.
And the Cardinals locked Wainwright up. Signed a 5-year contract extension that runs through 2018. So he's going to be the ace, the leader of the Cardinals staff for a while. One and 0 to Lowry. Lowry struck out looking his first at bat, and now 2-0.
We talked about Justin Chavez at the top of the inning and a big out, because he knows, Justin Chavez knows, that Jared Parker had to leave the game. We hope he's okay. He also knows that his run is at second. Sure. If that run is given up, then it's Parker's game, and so he gets out of the inning. Parker, tremendous for his 3 2/3, and we hope he's well enough for his next start.
So Lowry fists one into right field for a hit. That's the second hit for the Athletics.
And again, working the count. That's the key. Took a fastball away, and then a little cutter up but inside. Similar pitch that Seth Smith got in the first inning. So Wainwright has got to be so confident with his pitching ability and quality of pitches that he can throw any time, any count, that he will not give in with a here you are 4-seam fastball and try to hit it.
So Cespedes hits. He struck out swinging in the second inning, one of 2 strikeouts for Wainwright. First pitch is a fastball for strike, 93 miles an hour. It's almost like Wainwright sets up his breaking pitches with just a well-located fastball.
Most pitchers will say they're going to work off the fastball. If the fastball is working effectively, then you can throw everything else off that. There's the cutter. See it just right off the end of the bat. That's the purpose of a good cut fastball, to looks like it's in the strike zone. Fastball and curveball. You throw 66% of those 2 pitches, you know you have a good curveball.
26% curveballs, second highest percentage on curveballs in the major leagues. But you look at, then you add the cutter and the slider on top of that. Cespedes reaches for it. Again, reach for it. This time he rolls it foul in front of the A's dugout.
Talking about Cespedes, and Ariel Prieto is his interpreter, and he's able to reach down this off-speed pitch, take it almost off the ground as Molina went down to block it. But I think there are times you go through these scouting reports, the best thing Cespedes could do is say, I don't understand. I'm going to see the ball and hit the ball.
Yeah.
Somebody throws as well as Wainwright, you don't want to get in your mind what he might do at certain times.
And he goes with a fastball, and he gets Cespedes swinging for the second time. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
And he's gotten them both times on fastballs, but a slide step, got rid of it, and just challenged him after the off-speed pitch. and could not catch up to it. But he is capable, as we saw with Wilhelmsen, the 97 fastball in Seattle.
So here's Moss. He reached on that air in the second inning. He was the first base runner for the Athletics. Moss, good swing there, fouls it straight back. Fourteen home runs for Moss. He had 7 doubles, 3 triples for his 55 hits this year. Close pitch with a fastball.
Could the Cardinals outfield be playing no doubles this early in the game, because they are deep. And with a couple outs, might not be a bad idea. Try to keep a ball from going to the wall. Now a run from scoring from first base.
Curve, but it stays outside. So Moss ahead in the count, 2-1. Adams, the first baseman, playing actually right in front of Lowry, the base runner. And Adams is a big guy, so Lowry's probably thinking, I cannot see home plate and the batter, so I'm either going to take a bigger lead or a smaller lead.
Well, he can go maybe just beyond where the first baseman is standing, because he realizes it's going to be tough on a pickoff for Adams to get back to first base to try to pick him off, so he can get extended lead. So he's just to the right as the big guy sets up, and the blimp shows it even better.
Two pitch, breaking ball, and Moss dribbles it foul back behind home plate.
That's another curveball, and Brandon Moss just barely on top of it, and the song staying alive.
50 pitches for Wainwright with 2 outs here in the 4th inning. And he got him swinging. Tag applied by Molina, so 4 strikeouts for Wainwright, and we're on to the 5th, still scoreless. The 4 Cardinals to win a World Series MVP. 4 Cardinals in 5 years. 64, 67, 82, 06, and 11. Now, World Series MVP was first introduced in 1955.
So Stan the Man's not in there then, right?
He would not be.
No.
Gibson, maybe? The Cardinals have won 11 World Championships total.
Just ahead of the A's, past the A's. When Tony La Russa was there.
They had the great run in the 40s with Rays man Stan Musial, where they won in 42, 44, and 46. And then 64 and 67 they won. 82, the Cardinals beat the Brewers. And then 06 and 2011. So the Cardinals just ahead of the Athletics, 11 and 9. Little ways to go to catch the Yankees.
I don't think that will ever happen, because while the other teams might win, the Yankees are going to keep winning too at some point.
And it's not like you're going to pick up, you know, in a week we could pick up 4 games. It's not like the standings. I believe it goes year to year with that graphic.
You know, you're ahead by 16 world championships. Yeah, I'd say
you're good. You're good.
You're locked in.
Cardinals have made 18 World Series appearances, so they've gone 11 and 7. Which is pretty good.
Yeah, I'd have to say, and I'm just throwing out a guess, Lou Brock's got to be one of those.
Yeah, it's true.
He's a great base stealer, great Hall of Famer. 3,000 hits.
So the pitch just a touch outside to Matt Adams. Leadoff walk. So one of the all-time greats. There he is, Lou Brock.
He was the first to actually be at first base and have a left-handed pitcher. He'd get such a big lead, you'd try to pick him off, and he would not stop. He'd just take off. You have to make 2 perfect throws to get him a second. And other base stealers say, well, if Lou can do it, I'll try it. So you get the big lead at first. The throw comes to first. Just keep running and essentially outrun the baseball. That's what he was able to do.
And Freeze's hit. So it's walk, hit, batter, and just like that, the Cardinals have 2 on and nobody out.
Looked like to Adam, he missed a backdoor cut fastball and then a hanging curveball to Freeze. This just did not break, and took it on the left arm. It looked like Derek Norris might have gotten hit harder than Freeze.
He could got everybody back there.
You also see these umbrellas that, you know, attach to the head.
Yeah.
That's the Brockabella, invented by Lou Brock.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Bunted nicely, and Donaldson double clutch, and then he throws, and there's a little collision. Sogard is able to hang on. So John Jay with a sacrifice, and that could have been ugly for the A's. Luckily, Sogard was able to just maybe protect himself a little bit.
Well, lost in all this is a great bunt by Jay, and you're right, Sogard reaching down as Donaldson. I don't know if he didn't have a good enough grip, but the ball right into the runner, and Sogard concentrated, caught the ball, and then able to kind of get out of the way, take a glancing blow with Jay running down the line. But then the throw came back in. Donaldson reached up like he was going to catch it, pulled the glove down, and it went over everybody's head and almost went into foul territory. Fortunately, it wasn't thrown that hard.
So here is Daniel Descalso with second and third and 1 out. See, Descalso, Redwood City, and lives in the Bay Area in the offseason. So he's probably got a nice pass list.
And everyone's going to say, can you get me a Coco Lane bobblehead?
Oh, big time. St. Francis High School in Mountain View. Alma mater of Eric Burns. So he's back home.
Well, you have to wonder. There's always the possibility of a squeeze. And I think what Mike Matheny would love to do is get a run for his pitcher any way he could get one. And
toward Coco Crisp. It's going to be plenty deep as Adams tags up. And Adams is going to come in to score, so a sac fly, and the Cardinals take a 1-0 lead. So pretty good execution by St. Louis.
Well, Descalso got the first hit with a bloop to center field, but this one a line driving deep enough to score. So really the Cardinals have scored without a hit, without a ball except for the sac fly out of the infield.
So 2 outs, and now Matt Carpenter with Freese still at second. Carpenter strikeout and a pop out. He hit that pop up that Lowry had the wrestling match with the Sun, and Lowry ended up making the catch. Carpenter taking over the second base job for the Cardinals and having a very fine season.
He played 2 games there last year, and Mike Matheny told him in the offseason the job is yours at second, work on it, and he did. Played third base at TCU in high school and really never played at second base, but given the opportunity, and of course leading off, gets on base a lot. Well, he pretty much took hold of the second base position, and that's going from third to second. That's quite a transition, especially when you have a runner. As we always say, second baseman has the runner coming in with your back to the runner.
That one's outside. And so he's sitting in that leadoff spot. He's third in the National League in hits. He had 96 hits. Looks like taken again, and a good pitch, and now it's 2-2.
Well, now the outside corner at the knees. Excellent fastball, and Carpenter seems like the type of hitter. He doesn't care if he gets 2 strikes. And the way he took the 2-1, that was a pitcher's pitch, but almost to the point that he doesn't mind, even if there are 2 strikes.
Little emergency swing, rolls it out in front of his own dugout. A run in for the Cardinals on the sac fly. It was a leadoff walk that ends up scoring. And there's a base hit to left field. Here comes Freese. And the throw to the plate is offline, and just getting in is Freese. Throw to second base. That's late there, and the Cardinals lead 2-0. There's that clutch hitting by the Cardinals.
Well, you can see how close the play was with the throw way off line up the first baseline, and Derek Norris grabbing it, and just wonder if someone was not in home plate telling Freese to slide, because he came in standing up, and this was close play. And there it was, actually, as if Jesse Chavez was the only one behind home plate. Freese slowed up, and maybe thinking he had it easily, but that's how close it was to being out at second base at the plate, with a great dive back towards the plate, and the foot just getting down before Derek Norris could tag him.
So Kurt Young will visit.
And just think, if the ball is close to the plate, that's an out at the plate, but the throw way off line. And one of the things that Cespedes is doing, and he just showed it there, he's releasing the ball too quickly. He had plenty of time with his strong arm to settle himself, make an accurate throw, instead of throwing and kind of jerking the ball to where it was up the line a little bit. Very strong arm, strong throw, but sometimes you could be too quick.
So here's Molina. Carpenter at second, heads up running. He goes to second on the throw. And the first pitch to Molina is a strike.
just watch at home. Jesse Chavez is backing up, but nobody's there to tell Freeze what to do, and that's a dangerous play for a runner. And I think he thought it had it easily and just barely made it.
So 0-2 to Molina, who is 0 for 2. There's that average with runners in scoring position. 336. Hit to center. Coke goes back and over. He's got it side retired. 2 runs on 1 hit for the Cardinals. So St. Louis leads 2-0 headed to the bottom of the 5th. Win a World Series MVP. That means somebody won it twice, and it was Bob Gibson, 64 and 67. Darrell Porter won it in 82. Remember David Eckstein, how key he was for the Cardinals in 06, and then we showed you the heroics of David Freese a couple of years ago. So Adam Wainwright now has a 2-0 lead.
Well, you know you're pretty special if you're MVP of the World Series and they rename a ride after Six Flags from the Freeze to the Freeze.
Yeah, so you must have did something good.
I was thinking of Bob Gibson in '68, of course, the great World Series against the Tigers, in which the Tigers, Mickey Lolich won 3 games as starting pitcher. But head-to-head with the great Bob Gibson, but '67, that was against the Red Sox when the Cardinals defeated the Red Sox in their miracle season.
High fly ball to right field. Craig is under it. Donaldson's retired, and he dropped the ball, but it was being pulled out of his glove after he caught it. There's Bob Gibson, as you talked about.
He was outstanding. Such a great pitcher. Tim McCarver was his catcher, and how about a 1.12 earned run average, 68, and you know you can go down in history saying they lowered the mound because of me, and they did.
He was good.
He was excellent.
How about it? Won the Gold Glove 9 times.
Cy Young and MVP in '68, 22-9, 1.12 in 34 starts, 13 shutouts, 268 Ks.
How did he lose 9 times? That's really the question.
And Bob Gibson, I don't know that if there was ever a beanball, or not just a brushback. I wouldn't say beanball because he didn't want to throw it in anybody's head. But I don't think you ever want to get in a brushback with Gibson.
He wasn't crazy about the opponent.
No. And during that time, you think of Drysdale, late Don Drysdale, Sandy Koufax, Bob Gibson. These guys were outstanding.
Would you say in 68 Tigers were underdogs? I mean, did they surprise people a little bit? Because the Cardinals were major powerhouse. You know, at that point, you're going to face Gibson 3 times in the World Series.
But you think last time 30 wins was Danny McClain in 68, but yet it was Mickey Lolich, the donut maker. Donut business. How about that? Donut business for the Mick.
But Cardinals' terrific history.
Well, the thing that the Cardinals do so well, Brock and Gibson and Chandies and late Stan Musial, Hall of Famers, they're back. They're brought back to put on the red jackets at Busch Stadium and parade around. And what a great sight. The Hall of Fame members.
Oh, 0-2 to Sogard, who bounced out in the 3rd inning. Strike 3 called. So that's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Adam Wainwright. He's now got 5 strikeouts, and we're headed to the 6th. 2-0 Cardinals.
July the 13th, 10,000 fans will receive a Josh Reddick green replica jersey presented by Cache Creek Casino Resort when the A's host the Boston Red Sox. For more information and tickets, call 877-493-BALL or visit oaklandathletics.com/tickets. That's a perfect fit, number 16. So the gold Cespedes jersey, and now the green for Josh Reddick.
Carlos Beltran leading it off, followed by Craig and Holiday here in the top of the 6th. A couple of runs for the Cardinals in the 5th. Rangers will get underway in about an hour and a half down in Arlington. They'll be hosting the Reds again. Rangers are hot. They've won 8 out of 9. They won last night 4-0 over the Reds. It'll be Leak for Cincinnati, Tepich for Texas. That one's line fair past a diving Moss. So Carlos Beltran is going to ease into second with a leadoff double, his 9th double of the year. There's not a whole lot of room between a diving Moss and the foul line, and somehow the ball stayed fair.
Well, just hooking past Brandon Moss, and just an easy swing by Carlos Beltran, we saw with the Kansas City Royals and then with the Astros. You mentioned the 06, Yadier Molina hitting a home run off the Mets to win the game. And also with the Astros, Carlos Beltran did a great job.
Yeah, he put on an unbelievable postseason show. So here's Craig. Swing and a miss. Angels are leading the Astros 4-0 in the 5th inning. The Angels are looking for their 5th consecutive win. It's Blanton and Lyles, the pitching matchup down in Houston.
Well, the Angels trying to make it a 3-team race in the American League West.
Yeah. Line drive, base hit, right field. So going to third is Beltran. He'll stop there. So the Cardinals have first and third, nobody out here in the 6th inning.
Another hit with the runner in scoring position. He didn't score, but runner at second. Watch his swing by Craig. Stayed inside. He did it the first pitch. Even better the second. Just trying to advance the runner, and that's the fundamental baseball that you like to see, and teams that do it successfully stand out as very good teams. That man did not expect his pitcher to be leaving in the 4th inning. The starting pitcher pitching so well, Jared Parker.
Quick throw to first. So RBI opportunity for Matt Holliday, who was grounded out twice to third. Cubs and the Mariners will get started a little bit later on. Samardzija for Chicago, Harang for the Mariners. Seattle won last night 5-4 in 10 innings. Bob Melvin's coming out, and he's going to make the call. So Jesse Chavez leaves with first and third, nobody out here in the 6th inning. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Get your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
Is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports, and by Toyota. Do the math and save at your local Toyota dealer.
Two 2-0 Cardinals, and they're threatening again here in the top of the 6th inning. So Jesse Chavez ends up going an inning and a third, and now it's up to Blevins. He's got his hands full here. Holliday steps in, runners at the corners.
Well, Bob Melvin likes to believe that Jerry Blevins is good against lefties, very good, but even as good against righties, and tested early in this game.
And Holliday hits a high pop-up, foul territory, and it'll bounce right near the Cardinals bullpen.
See Brandon Moss had no clue. He looked right up into the sun and put his hands up, and I mean, he was not going to get to it anyway, but that's why he's in right there. A home run, but just a 194 batting average against righties.
Beltre at third, Craig at first. And Holiday lines one to center, and that's a hit. Bounces right in front of Coco Chris. Beltran will trot home. And the Cardinals now lead 3-0. You're sort of seeing now what the Cardinals are all about, right? Good at bats.
Tried to go inside with a fastball, but left it out over the plate for the powerful Matt Holliday. Got to extend his arms, and as much as he will hit home runs and pull them, that he does also very well into right center. So the A's were able to get out Holliday with a runner at second. Chavez got him in the 4th inning. That might be the only time they're hitless to the runner in scoring position today, anyway.
So Holliday gets his 41st RBI. Still nobody out. Here's Matt Adams, and he drives one to right. Reddick back near the wall. Gone. 3-run homer. And it is 6-0 St. Louis.
Got him in Seattle, and like a cut fastball left up in the zone, and you can see the reaction of Jerry Blevins. The ball carries very well at daytime. I don't think that one needed any help. Mistake that went the distance.
So 4 spot, 6-0. Big Matt Adams does the damage. So Jesse Chavez is charged with 4 runs in an inning and a third. Outside to David Freese. Freese has grounded out, and then he was hit by a pitch in the 5th, and he scored in that inning. Shoots one foul right past John Jay in the on-deck circle, and that almost got him.
Between the bat boy and John Jay, heat seeker almost got somebody, and that's the best part about that shot is the netting, because you're behind the net making that shot. You don't have a chance to get hit. Those guys.
But you still may be ducking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you definitely duck. If you have any reflexes at all.
Swing and a miss. 2-2 to Freese. With, as you saw, John Jay in the on-deck circle. Still nobody out here in the 6th inning. So one swing of the bat. Matt Adams has stretched out the lead big time for the Cardinals.
Cap, there is another very good third baseman. Pittsburgh Pirates many years ago collected his baseball cards by the name of Gene Freese. I remember the name of the Pirates, and a great third baseman, and was playing for the Portland Beavers and would go over to Hawaii. And Gene Freese was been in the big leagues and was playing for the Hawaiian Islanders at that time. And being a collector and a young idiot.
No, I don't think so.
But I was catching, and they announced his name and said, now hitting Gene Freese, third baseman. And I said, no, oh my gosh.
No way.
Are you Gene Freese? Are you the Gene Freese? And I said, man, I collected your baseball cards. And he turned around and he yelled things at me I could never repeat.
Really?
Oh, he was, you young punk, And I said, I'm sorry, sir. I just remembered you. But just.
It sounds like you did nothing wrong. He was just a little grumpy.
Yeah. It was a grumpy day for him, I guess. But I mean, I was honored to. I almost, if I had a card, I'd ask him for his autograph. But that might have been going a bit too far. But,
yeah, he would have. Yeah, he would have fought you right.
Yeah. But at the time there weren't a lot of teams in Major League Baseball, so as major leaguers felt they could still play, which the Hawaiian club, I mean, a lot of guys who play in Hawaii, they get a chance to go to the big leagues. They said, I refuse, because I'm making more, having more fun playing in Hawaii than going to the big leagues in some American National League Park. But Gene Freese, a great career with the Pirates, and ended up in Hawaii, and just unfortunately for him, I recognize his name. Or remember that.
I just don't think you did anything wrong.
No. I mean, it was really just more of a kind of a credit.
I think it's, the fact that probably made him feel old, right?
Well, that's probably it. And, you know, and I'm a young, like I said, young punk. You know,
it's all right.
I mean, I was just the young part of it. But it's something you just never forget. That's a long time ago, but Gene Freese.
He should have taken it as an honor that you were excited to see him.
Well, and then I collected his baseballs.
Exactly. That's a big deal. 2-2 to John Jay. Reaches for it.
I got invited to play in a Cracker Jack Old Timers game. And the only reason I got invited, because as they told me, says all of our Hall of Famers and Old Timers, the catchers can't catch. So we need a younger kid who can catch. But, I mean, you talk about a kid in a candy store, going and seeing all those Hall of Famers and all the. I saw Wally Moon, who I collected his card when he was with the Dodgers, you know, to see that picture on his baseball card.
Wally Moon.
Yeah.
Reddick in. 2 outs.
I saw him in the lobby of the hotel. I said, Wally Moon. I yelled it. You know, I mean, I'm just.
He didn't get mad at you, did he?
No, he was nice. He was nice. But, you know, I went through my baseball cards and pulled out cards of guys who were playing in that Old Timers game. It was fun. But the history of the game is so wonderful. There's just so many great players in the past, and sometimes forgotten. But I guess, unfortunately, sometimes I remembered, and you know.
You remembered the wrong guy.
Yeah, right.
And that one is inside, and I believe it hit Descalso, and it did. So Descalso, a single, a sac fly, and now he's hit by a pitch.
And barely. Maybe grazed his uniform, some part of his jersey groused out. Yep, just nicked it. When a catcher catches a pitch that's hit the batter, you know it didn't hit him very hard.
Mostly jersey.
Yeah.
Top of the order, and Matt Carpenter, he had a big hit in this game, a 2-out RBI single in the 5th. Very shallow. Coco coming in, still coming in, and a basket catch. Nicely done by Coco Crisp. Damage done, though, by the Cardinals. They score 4 times and lead 6-0 after 5.5 innings.
A green checkered A's picnic blanket is presented by Comerica Bank when the A's host the Chicago Cubs. For more information and tickets, call 877-493-BALL, or you can visit oaklandathletics.com/tickets. The Cubbies in town.
Yeah.
And in honor of my partner from Wisconsin, they're playing, what is this, the chicken, what is this?
Not a fan of the chicken dance.
But didn't originate in Wisconsin?
I hope not. I'm going to say it did not, even though you probably did.
That's the first time I ever saw it was County Stadium.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things you play at weddings, I believe, wedding receptions.
Oh, really?
From what I heard.
I just heard it at County Stadium.
Yeah, probably right then. Some things you don't want to take responsibility for.
Yeah, definitely
that would be one of them.
That's credit you don't want. That's right.
Wainwright to work now with a 6-0 lead.
And with a 231 earned run average, that's not good for the A's. So a big day in store, and there's a start.
So Norris just steps in there and lines one to right field. So he's 2 for 2. He's only have 3 hits.
Might be the last fastball Adam Wainwright throws for the 6-run lead. First pitch fastball, just getting ahead. Right there for the hitting. And when you're looking for some hits to barrel up the baseball, then you do what Derek Norris did.
So here's the top of the order in Coco Crisp. First pitch is a strike. Well, we were told it would be a sellout today, and it is. Yep. 35,067. That's the A's 7th sellout so far this year, so that's pretty good.
That's outstanding.
Talked about it last night, that the attendance is spiking upward, as it should be.
And with this Coliseum, the seating down below, there's no place for those people to go when it gets hot, and it is hot today. With the people down in the sun, and will be in the sun, as our blend shows the Coliseum. Oracle Arena right next to the O.co.
Yeah, that's a good point, Ray. You look around the ballpark during day games, and unless you're up underneath, there really is no shade.
No.
Whereas other ballparks, sometimes you see half the stadium is in shade because I guess the stadium is a little higher. I know in Arlington, it's not strange to see half as many people on the third base side as there is on the first base side, because first base side it's all shade just because the stadium wall is higher. Right. But not a lot of shade in the ballpark.
And a lot of times people will have the best seats down close behind the dugout and go upstairs underneath the overhang, but you can't in the sellout because there are no seats available.
1-2 pitch to Coco. Just missed with the breaking ball. 2-2.
Those people underneath there in the shade, they're feeling great. Definitely a day for sunscreen or a big Oakland A's foam hat.
Line drive, short hopped by the second baseman, and that's going to be a double play. So Matt Carpenter short hopped it, and there is just absolutely nothing you can do there. Norris thought maybe it was caught in the air. So hard hit ball, but it's a double play.
Well, and Carpenter, hey, maybe he did it intentionally. I don't know if he kind of backed up to make sure he got the short hop because he wasn't going to up a play normally, but you're right. Line drive hit in front of you. You're a runner. You're down 6. Last thing you want to be is doubled off first, but a double play with the 4-6-3, definitely nothing you could do about it.
The Cardinals have turned 2 double plays today after turning 2 last night. So Smith hits with the bases empty. Fastball right in on the hands of Smith. The report we got on Jared Parker from the A's locker room was right hamstring tightness. That's what was announced. That's what we're passing on to the viewers. Right hamstring tightness.
And I guess when he grabbed it, it was tight. And let's hope the tightness is his trainer Nick Pepperesco was trying to stretch it out by stretching the leg. Fourth inning as Jared Parker made his delivery and then grabbed his right hamstring and went down. And if it's just tightness, and that's a lot of pain and a lot of concern by a lot of people, but did make a couple of warm-up tosses, but then decided, I'm sure the A's wisely decided, as much as they did not like to see their starting pitcher have to leave so early, that was the best move to take care of the treatment. This is just June the 29th.
Smith with a line out and a ground out, both to first base. And a fastball swing and a miss. So a double play and a strikeout. Wainwright's rolling along, and so are the Cardinals. They lead the A's 6-0. By GoPro, the world's most versatile camera. GoPro, be a hero. 6-0. The Cardinals leading the A's. Cardinals trying to even up this series at a game apiece after the A's won last night.
Guess who's pitching?
I'm going to say it's Pat Neshek. Good guess?
Excellent guess.
So Neshek comes in for appearance number 30, 2-1 with a good ERA, a 2.10. So he's the third reliever used today by the Athletics. First pitch to Molina is inside. So Jerry Blevins goes an inning, but he gives up a big 2-run homer to Matt Adams. One and one to Molina, followed by Beltran and Craig here in the 7th. See Molina's swing, and he really is a right field hitter. He's just got that swing. He's got good power. I'm not saying he's not able to pull the ball, but it looks like he likes the ball out away from him.
That's a good point, because the home runs we showed in our open last night showed him hitting off-speed pitches for home runs,
yeah,
reacting and pulling the pitches. But you're right, great inside-out swing. And if you have a team batting average with runners in scoring positions high, it's kind of hitter you want.
Yep.
The guy can drive in runs and hit a mistake, which he's done 6 times for his 6 home runs. Another inside-out swing.
So direction of outfield hits. Oh, that's pretty good. I would have thought maybe it was even more to right field. I guess your point is if you make a mistake off speed, then he will pull in the left. Maybe most important, he has the ability to hit it to right field. It looks like he's trying against Neshek here, knowing that the pitch will probably be away from him. So 2-2 is the count. Molina 0 for 3 today. 0 for 7 in the series, and another foul ball. Angels still leading the Astros 5-0 6th inning. White Sox and the Indians playing again. They're probably sick of each other after yesterday. The White Sox are probably sick of the Indians. Today the White Sox are leading 3-1 in the 6th inning, after the Indians scored 28 runs in the doubleheader yesterday.
Wow.
Against the White Sox.
Swisher with a walk-off last night, or at least not a walk-off, but a game winner in the 9th inning.
Yeah, how about that? Is that insult to injury? So we know what happened in the first game of that doubleheader yesterday, where the Indians beat the White Sox 19-10. But in game 2, White Sox were winning going to the 9th inning. Indians score 4 in the top of the 9th and win the game 9-8. So that's what you're talking about. Hit well to right field. Reddick spins around, still going back near the wall, and he makes the catch. So Molina is 0 for 4.
Well, there's the opposite field power on a breaking ball. Moving away from Molina. Nice basket catch by Josh Reddick. Excellent outfielder, showing it off once again. Fight in the sun and looking it right into his glove.
So 1 out for Beltran. Beltran got that 6th inning started with a double. The first of 4 consecutive hits. Blue Jays leading the Red Sox 2-0 in the 7th inning. So pitchers duel there.
Former A's outfielder Johnny Gomes with a big pinch hit 2-run single last night.
So the Red Sox have won 4 in a row, but trailing today. Toronto has slipped back under the 500 mark by a game. Topsy-turvy AL East.
And the Blue Jays have won 11 in a row.
Remember that? Got him back in the race.
Great changeup from Pat Neshek, a pitch that he does not throw a lot, but man, you talk about a floater. A lot of arms and legs and body, and then pulled the string at about a 48-mile changeup. It didn't seem to be that much harder than that.
Beltran fouls it straight back. Beltran signed a 2-year contract, so he'll be a free agent at the end of this year. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Neshek, first couple outs here in the 7th inning.
Good changeup and a good slider, and facing these lefties in this situation, that might be beneficial for Pat Neshek, who definitely works hard on facing lefties. His righty and his slider works perfectly as it runs away from them, but he's concerned about the left-handed hitters, and against one of the best in the game, Beltran, handling them well. What were those pitches? Asking the bat boy, I don't know. All I know is I stand in the on-deck circle and almost get hit.
Craig takes a first pitch strike. Couple of hits today for Alan Craig. Cardinals like Alan Craig so much. Didn't take him long to give him a long-term contract. This is just his 3rd full year in the big leagues, but Cardinals signed him to a contract through 2017. So a young player locked up. Strike 3 call. So Neshek has a very impressive inning, a couple of strikeouts. 7th inning stretch from a sold-out Coliseum, 6-0 St. Louis. It's going to feature Tommy Malone, the lefty, and Jake Westbrook, a righty. Coverage begins at 12:30 with A's pregame live. Complete A's coverage every night on Sportsnet Central and CSNCalifornia.com. So Westbrook, the veteran sinker baller, against Tommy Malone. Malone trying to even up his record at 7-7. So that'll be tomorrow. It's supposed to be another very warm day in the Bay Area. So it should be another nice crowd here at the Coliseum. Now the A's got some work to do. They trail 6-0, and we are into the late innings, bottom of the 7th. 70 pitches for Wainwright through 6 innings, so that is very good. And Lowry lofts the first pitch to left, at number 1.
Well, he had 33 after 3. That wasn't a good sign.
No.
You know, I figure that the only way you could try to do, and the A's have been very good at getting good pitchers out of the game early with the pitch count, but Wainwright, if you only walk 10 batters in almost 100 innings, that's not bad. I mean, you're not going to come out by throwing a lot of pitches. And today, he's been exceptional.
Well, he's got 3 complete games. 2 of them are shutouts already this year. Out breakdown. A couple of double plays. So he's really been in command. The A's have not had a base runner get to second base. Curve is a bit inside to Cespedes, who has struck out twice.
Wainwright does not have a 3-ball count on the day. 2-2 is the best the A's have gotten to him.
Well, then it would be hard to walk anybody.
That's right.
Can't get to a 4-ball count unless you get to a 3-ball count.
That's a good point. Never really thought about that, but that's a good one. 2 doesn't equal 4 unless you multiply it.
Tough to get there. 1-1 to Cespedes. 6 strikeouts.
He's back to his. This is a pitcher who is thinking about complete game and a shutout and low hits. Because that pitch he just threw to Cespedes, a very good cutter, breaking down, cutter slider, something that was breaking sharply away from Cespedes. And he struck Cespedes out twice, 2-2 fastball, 0-2 fastball, and now he guys him 1-2 in this at bat.
And there's that good curve, took a little off, and Cespedes strikes out for the 3rd time. All 3 swinging. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, the delivery by Wainwright is almost like he started saying, well, maybe I'm going to get another pitch, and then decided, and that's a great pitch. When you can throw it off the plate, the curveball, that's a tremendous chase breaking pitch. You got a hitter to chase a ball out of the strike zone. And they're just watching a surgeon on the mound today, and Adam Wainwright, and his ability to pitch and change speeds and be around the strike zone.
Bounced and it's fair. Adams has it, flips to Wainwright. Side retired. So another 3 up, 3 down inning for Wainwright. He is indeed in control. 6-0 Cardinals after 7.
.com, available on iPhone and iPad. Download free today. Free, Mikey.
Six nothing, the Cardinals lead. It's the top of the 8th inning. Neshek faces Holiday, Adams, and Freeze, and Holiday swings at the first pitch and misses. Holiday with an RBI single in the 6th inning. He's only hit in the game. He is 3 for 6 in the series. He's been booed quite a bit by the A's fans. Lowry scoops it up, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, maybe out of respect, you know, with the guy who plays well. But
yep.
Don't think about St. Louis. And I was talking to Mike Matheny, who's second-year manager, and remember Mark McGuire going to St. Louis from Oakland, traded back there. But I said, Mike, is it true that still in St. Louis, Cardinal fans would not boo a Cardinal player? It's pretty much true. They've had success, but if you play for the Cardinals, the fan base is such that they're very supportive. It's the only team in town. You know, they have the I-70 freeway series between St. Louis and Kansas City, but you put on a Cardinal uniform and you don't get booed. They figure you're trying your best and accept it. And what Benji Molina said when he played with the Angels, now as the assistant hitting coach with John Mabry, he said in St. Louis, they recognize when a runner's at second base and the hitter hits a ground ball to second and advances him to third for an out, they cheer because they recognize it. And we see that here with the A's, that they do recognize good, fundamentally sound baseball. The fans are knowledgeable. And some places it just doesn't happen that way. St. Louis has always been a city and a stadium and a team that they love their players. Look how
he looks great.
He looks great. He said, I've lost weight, but I still can't run. But he is the assistant hitting coach, John Mabry. He's played on the Angels World Championship team under Mike Scioscia.
Adams crushes another one to right. Reddick is at the wall, and it is gone. Lands right up on top of the out-of-town scoreboard. It's a 2-homer game for Matt Adams, and it's 7-0 Cardinals. Well, Adams, he's got that uppercut, so if you drop one into his happy zone, he's got a chance to put a charge into it.
A little bit like Adam Dunn, now the White Sox, and he's a big boy, and he gets under it and puts it all into it. It sounded great off his bat, and Josh Reddick was hopeful that it would come back down off the out-of-town scoreboard, not up on the lip.
Freeze swings at the first pitch. Cespedes coming in, and Cespedes makes the catch. Watch for this one off the bat of Adams lands. See that trough up there? It's about probably 5 or 6 feet. It's a lot bigger than maybe it looks from our camera angle because we're looking straight at it. But it's a pretty wide landing area up on top of that. So occasionally we do see home runs just drop right on that landing area. John Jay takes a strike. Yeah, see there you can get a better idea of how big that is. Jay is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice. Cespedes a long run, and he's not going to quite get there. You're right, talking about Matt Holliday, I think too, and only Matt knows how he felt, but I think there was a perception that maybe he wasn't happy here in Oakland. He liked Colorado, maybe didn't want to leave there, but was traded from the Rockies to the A's. A's were struggling as a team the year that Matt was here. Like I said, we don't know if he was happy or unhappy here. I think that was the perception, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, and it's almost like he was a player that was brought here to try to help the A's do something that season, and once they realized it wasn't going to happen, he was traded. And he was going to be a free agent, which he was, and the understanding was he was offered a contract by the Rockies, and things just didn't work out, and they traded him and got a pretty good package for him. Coming here, and maybe it was just as much the players that were sent to Colorado and Matt coming here and then being traded to New York or to St. Louis while the team was in New York, that maybe that's what the fans are looking at. But you know, there's really no reason to boo somebody who, in today's world, players change teams, and like you said, he was traded. It wasn't he left as a free agent.
That's drilled to right center, and that's going to be a hit. Jay is going to round first. He's going to dig for second, and he's got good speed, and he's going to make it easily. So John Jay has the 2-out double, and for Jay, that's his first hit in the series.
Well, and these lefties, and getting Beltran out as he did last inning, but the 2 lefties in this inning with Adams and now Jay, home run and double, and that's going to be it for the righty.
So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
The third, that's next Wednesday. This special patriotic themed show presented by GovX.com begins after the A's play the Chicago Cubbies at O.K Coliseum. Bring the family and enjoy the show from the outfield. Grass on field capacity is limited. For more information and tickets, go to OaklandAthletics.com/fireworks. Wednesday, right here, right before America's birthday. You can watch the patriotic themed fireworks show at the Coliseum. And the next day on Thursday, get that checkered green blanket. And the next fireworks after that, you can bring it and lie down on the outfield grass and watch.
It's a good plan.
The new next fireworks show.
So Otero facing Descalso. So Dan Otero pitched last night, pitched the 9th inning through 15 pitches in relief of Bartolo Colon. Descalso has singled, hit a sacrifice fly, and he's been hit by a pitch, so he's done a nice job at the bottom of the Cardinals' order. That double by Jay was the 9th hit for the Cardinals. The A's have just 3. Speed pitch is high. So it's been Parker, and Parker left in the 4th inning with right hamstring tightness. Jesse Chavez came in, followed by Blevins, Neshek, and now Otero. Hit well to center. Coco hustling back there. He's got it. Side retired. So a run on the Matt Adams home run, his second home run of the day. So it's 7-0 Cardinals. Game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. This was in the 4th inning on a double. You can see Jared Parker go down, right hamstring tightness, and he would leave the game. And then in the 6th inning, the Cardinals kind of broke it open. Holiday with an RBI single, and then Matt Adams, the big blow, a 3-run homer. That made it 6-0. Adams would hit another home run in the top of the 8th inning to make it 7-0, and Wainwright is still out there, so he's got a big lead. This is pitch number 78 in the game, and it's a big curve in for a strike to Donaldson. So Wainwright, he's got a chance to go the distance today. Donaldson hit into a double play and hit a fly ball to right field. And that is 0-2, and that looked like a changeup. That was a good one.
You know, if somebody has a pitcher has the kind of control he has with all of his pitches, and he knows he can do one thing. He can pitch one, he has a big lead, and if a pitcher gets this kind of lead, the last thing he should be looking for is a bullpen help. Finish it off. Bullpen rest, and A.J. Griffin did it on Wednesday for the A's. Bullpen of the Cardinals relaxed after last night. Had some work done.
So 7-9-1 for the Cardinals, 0-3-0 for the Athletics. Line drive. This is going to get down for a hit. It's headed for the corner. And Donaldson has a double. So for Donaldson, his 21st double of the year.
Well, and Josh Donaldson, with Wainwright doing what he did when he struck out Cespedes, really took his time, and then this time though, throws a fastball up, and Donaldson's just a very good aggressive hitter. And maybe thinking about looking for an off-speed pitch to protect. We got a high fastball, sliced it down on the corner for an easy double. He's good. Get a two-strike hit like that. Oh, very good pitcher. That's good hitting.
First time the A's have had a runner at second base today. Try to break through against Wainwright. And that one's driven to right field, and that's going to get down for a hit. Donaldson's being waved home, and the A's are on the board. It's 7-1 on the RBI single from Reddick.
Well, it's nice to see this less than now sellout crowd get excited, and maybe the A's can do what the Miami Heat did. They'll cut her down and in. Remember all those fans leaving Game 6 and trying to get back in the stadium and couldn't?
That's true.
Josh Reddick got a very, very nice swing into right center with a cut fastball. Craig was just making sure he caught the ball, keep it from going to the wall, and Josh Donaldson sent it, scoring easily on the base hit by Reddick.
So Reddick gets RBI number 25. There's a white towel or something laying out way out in center field on the warning track. So Sogard hits double and a single here in the 8th to get the A's their first run against Wainwright.
Well, if there's a track coach in the house and he watched that young man sprint to center field on the warning track and then sprint back, grab his glove to protect the guys in the bullpen, that's impressive.
Good form.
Yeah, sign him to an extension or something.
And the ball is juggled by Carpenter, so he only gets the out at first. Any chance that would have been a double play. So Sogard is retired, and Reddick goes to second.
And probably too easy of a play. Looked like it's going to be a very simple double play. He turned, took his eye off the ball momentarily as he looked up as he made the turn to catch the ball and throw to second. By peeking as he did, at least he was able to get one out, but not the two he was hoping for.
So Norris hits, runner in scoring position. That's Reddick at second base. A couple of hits for Norris today, 2 singles, one to left field, one to right field. And he lines this one to center, hit well, but Jay gets back. Reddick will head to third, but a well hit ball by Norris, but unfortunately nothing to show for it.
Well, he's barreled up a couple today, and when you barrel them up, that means you're making good passes at the baseball, getting good swings, and hitting the ball solidly, and that's what Derek Norris has done.
So Coco hits, 2 outs, runner at third. Angels leading the Astros 5-2 in the top of the 8th inning. Coco's looking for his first hit. So you got to get a hit on your bobblehead day.
I was thinking the same thing. He'd like to have more opportunities. That means the A's would be scoring a lot of runs. This is the 8th inning. That'd be a lot of run scoring for him to get to the plate again.
Coco has grounded out 3 times, once into a double play. So Wainwright's pitch count now at 87.
Blocked by his catcher, saved the run with Reddick at third base. Another nice block by Molina.
Outfield playing straight away for Coco, and that one is outside, 2-1. Wainwright has not walked anybody today. We should not be surprised by that. He has struck out 7. And now he's got a 3-ball count, and we have not seen a whole lot of those today.
That's the first. Took him 7 innings and 2 outs, 7 2/3. We finally get tired.
Wearing him out.
But it'd really be worn out if he walks Coco, because that's something he rarely does. Although he's not even 1 per game.
Eases that one in there, and it's a strike. 3-2. Wainwright slowing things down just a little bit. Curveball, and Coco with a good take. It drops low, and he walks.
I guess Mike Matheny and Derek Lilliquist figured if he walks a batter, it's time to get somebody moving in the bullpen.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 15, Zach Smith.
So we are going to get some action. So runners at the corners, 2 outs for Smith. Smith hits one high down the right field line, but he was out in front.
That would have been a nice plus for the A's if that had stayed fair.
Smith is 0 for 3. A line out, a ground out, and a strikeout for the A's designated hitter. And a curveball, and it's 0-2.
Well, after the first one that he hit, pulled foul, then Uncle Charlie comes visiting.
Wainwright. Quick look, and the pitch. Close, call the ball. Another curve. This one spins outside, so Smith is even the count, 2-2. That is Trevor Rosenthal. He's a bit of a hard thrower, we've been told. So the count even. And it's low. So Seth Smith has worked it from 0-2 all the way to 3-2. And that'll get the runner at first, Coco Crisp, moving. Rosenthal should be ready within a couple more pitches down in the bullpen.
I'll be ready enough to face Lowry if Seth Smith gets on.
So Adams, the first baseman, moves back behind Coco Crisp. Coco's going to take off. And Smith fouls it back.
I remember last night with Seth Smith and part of the A's team that had 11 3-2 counts, and he had the big one when he drove in 2 runs. And going to start this at bat 0-2 after a very good curveball for strike number 2. And then here he is battling again at 3-2.
So Wainwright's ready. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He went with a fastball on the outside corner. So Wainwright wins the battle. The A's do get a run on Reddick's RBI single. 7-1 Cardinals. Flying the Despicable Imp in Universal's animated comedy Despicable Me 2 in theaters July 3rd. Cardinals with a 7-1 lead as we have reached the 9th inning from the Coliseum. Ana Rosales comes in the game at third base, so Josh Donaldson's going to get some time off, at least an inning. Otero to face the top of the order, Carpenter, Molina, and Beltran. First pitch in for a strike. Carpenter's 1 for 4, RBI single in the 5th inning. Fouls it straight back, and the count is 0-2.
Josh Donaldson will wait and watch the comeback. Probably if Seth Smith had come through in the 8th inning, last 2 minute game. a chance to hit again and keep his bat in the lineup. Unless you're the team that scores a lot of runs, to get down 6 runs against a very good pitcher, it's not fun.
No.
You know. And you can grind all you want, but you're facing a pretty good pitcher. Wainwright has been very good in his career, and today he's been very good as well.
He's got the look like he may be heading back out there.
I think he is. He's barely at 100 pitches, isn't he?
Foul back again.
And if he does, he'd have to think it would be one of those, I can finish this.
Yeah.
You know, don't worry about it. You know, I'll get through the 9th inning.
This was in between innings. Checking with him.
His pitching coach wants to make sure. Job security. You know? Got a good
That's
pitcher.
true.
Got a good pitcher. Okay, be honest with me now.
Help me out.
Yeah, he's not quite. He's 2 below. Is that 99?
98.
98.
Yep.
98 pitches. He probably wants to get back out and take away the 1 walk that he has.
And Carpenter swings and misses. So that's the first out here in the top of the 9th.
A little shake on the head as Otero, a little sinky fastball, and had Carpenter shaking his head as he waited a long time before he finally swung at maybe what he thought was out of the strike zone, but caught the corner. And Otero continues to pitch well in the role that he's been assigned.
Molina fouls it back. Molina was 0 for 4 last night. He's 0 for 4 today. Hits that one up the middle, and it's into center field. So there's Molina's first hit in the series. Gets it past Lowry. So hit number 10 for the Cardinals.
Hit hard enough. Lowry, no chance. Ball shot past him quickly. You'd have to think is if Yadier Molina is catching a day game after night game, a day game after a day game, you figured he'd also be behind the plate. And they're in that same off day stretch the A's are in.
He'll be in there somewhere.
When he played first base, even though that did take a little bit off his legs, but when you're a catcher, you feel more comfortable catching than the mental worry and stress playing another position where you want to play well, but he definitely is comfortable behind the plate.
Beltran is the hitter. He's 1 for 4 today. 1 for 8 in the series. And that one misses outside, and it's 3-0. Otero came in and got the final out in the top of the 8th inning. Pours that one in there for a strike. He said the Rangers will get started in just a little bit at home against the Reds. Yeah, the Reds, you saw him. He's beat him up pretty good, but good lineup. But they have gone 22 consecutive innings without scoring a run. Last time the Reds scored a run was the 5th inning on Tuesday here at the Coliseum. Griffin shut him out the next day, and then Derek Holland shut him out last night. If the A's can turn 2, and they certainly will. 4-6-3 double play. Side retired. Bottom of the 9th coming up. A lot of work to do for the A's. They trail 7-1.
Well, the A's knew it was going to be tough against one Adam Wainwright, and so far today it has been, as he did give up a run. He walked a batter last inning, but changing pitches, changes off-speed pitches and fastballs and curveballs and cutters, and pitching very, very well. Finally had a 3-ball count and walked a batter, but up until last inning, he went 7 innings without having a 3-ball count.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen.
He's got 3 complete games
Number 7.
this year, 14 complete games in his career, and that's what he's trying to accomplish. Against the A's this afternoon, 98 pitches. So it's going to be a pinch hitter. It's going to be Nate Fryman who's going to step in. He's hitting in place of Lowry. So the first pitch to Fryman is a big curve that drops in for a strike. Fryman, all the right-handers that the A's have faced recently, he just has not had a chance to play a whole lot. Taps this one slowly. Skalsko has it, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
That man tried tomorrow to win the series if the A's don't make a comeback in this game.
Now batting
up to Tommy Malone to try to
52.
win the series for the club. If he's just rubbing next to Bartolo Colon, he's got a chance.
Stay close.
Yeah. Oh, and AJ's right there too. Didn't recognize him with the shorter haircut.
So here's Cespedes, who has struck out 3 times, all 3 times swinging. So nothing going against Wainwright for Cespedes, and the first pitch is right on the corner for a strike. Of course, if you're sitting on 3 strikeouts, the first pitch you see in your 4th at bat's going to be painted right on the outside corner. That one off the plate inside. Moss to follow here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Way inside. The A's got their run in the 8th inning, and they made Wainwright throw a lot of pitches in that 8th inning. This will be pitch number 104 coming up. And it's fouled back. There is nobody warming up in the bullpen.
And probably the only reason they were last inning, because he did get in a little bit of trouble. A couple runners on base. Seth Smith, though, attempted to make it a 3-run game with a long shot that was just fouled.
And that one's lined to left field. Holiday coming in. He's got it. Maybe off the end of the bat just a little bit. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. So here's Moss. A's post-game live coming up. And again, tomorrow we'll be back here at the Coliseum. Our coverage starts at 12:30 with A's pregame live, and then final game of the series at 1:05. So make sure you join us here on Comcast Sportsnet California if you're not coming out to the game. Swing and a miss. Pitch down and into Moss.
You know what the A's saw last night with Shelby Miller, the 3-2 counts at 11, and then to come back today and have 1 in the 8th inning. And it seemed like last night Shelby Miller just could not nail the outside part of the play, especially the lefties, and ball just kept running away. But the difference in today's game, and I'm sure a game in which Shelby Miller's watching the veteran Adam Wainwright and watching how he goes about his business and the strike zone. Everett is down the first base line behind the Cardinals dugout.
Fastball is a bit outside, so the count 2-2 to Moss. See the Cardinal fans up above the Cardinal dugout. 2-2 pitch. Curveball, and Moss lays off, so now full count.
You know, all the Cub fans that go to Arizona for spring training, you know, they're going to be out here next week.
Big time.
So Cardinals fans that probably frequent the stadium across the bay, the Giants, whenever they come into play San Francisco. But a beautiful weekend here in Oakland. Come out very, very strongly.
So 3-2 to Moss. And it's high, and he walked him. So that's the second walk issued by Wainwright. And now they'll start moving a little bit out in that bullpen. 111 pitches for Wainwright. Could be a situation, Ray, where this may be the last guy.
Yeah. Well, the blimp we know is right above the pitcher's mound. There it is. And it's showing only the pitcher.
So here's Rosales, his first at bat, and pops one up. Carpenter, the second baseman, has it, and that's the ball game. So Wainwright gets the complete game, his fourth of the year. And he was very good, and the Cardinals, the offense came to life this afternoon, and the Cardinals beat the A's 7-1. It'll be the rubber game of the series tomorrow afternoon here at the Coliseum. So Wainwright gets his 11th win. And the A's now 47-35 on the year. You've been watching A's baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California. Don't go away. A's postgame live with Scott Reese and Shooty Babbitt is set to go.